Three gross parasites that will make you glad you're human. Welcome back to the Stuff You Should Think About, the podcast where I take everyday questions, strange facts, and fascinating topics and break them down in just a few minutes. Today's question is, what are the grossest parasites on Earth? Parasites have been around for millions of years. Their entire survival depends on finding another living creature, moving in, and using it as a home. Some simply steal nutrients, others completely change the behavior of their host, and a few are so bizarre they almost sound made up. Here are three of the creepiest parasites scientists have ever discovered. The first one is Toxoplasma gondii. This microscopic parasite has one specific goal. It wants to end up inside a cat. Cats are the only animals where Toxoplasma can complete its life cycle. To get there, the parasite infects rodents like mice and rats. Normally, these animals are terrified of cats. But studies have shown that infected rodents become much less afraid of cat urine, making them easier prey. Once the cat eats the infected rodent, the parasite reaches its final destination and begins reproducing. Here's the strange part. Humans can also become infected, usually by handling contaminated cat litter or eating undercooked meat. Scientists estimate that a large percentage of the world's population has been exposed to it. Most people never know they're infected because healthy immune systems usually keep the parasite under control. Researchers have studied whether it might subtly influence human behavior, but the evidence is still being debated. So, no, it probably isn't controlling your mind. But the fact that a microscopic organism can change an animal's behavior at all is pretty incredible. The next one would be the Cordyceps fungus. Technically, this isn't a parasite in the traditional sense. It's a fungus. But its strategy is so disturbing it deserves a place on this list. Cordyceps infects insects, especially ants. After entering the ant's body, the fungus slowly grows inside it while leaving the ant alive. Then something remarkable happens. The fungus appears to influence the ant's behavior. Instead of following its normal routine, the infected ant climbs to the perfect height on a plant, bites down with its jaws, then it dies. A few days later, a long stalk grows out of the ant's body and releases thousands of spores to infect more ants. If that sounds familiar, it's because this is real-life fungus inspired by the hit TV series and video game, The Last of Us. Fortunately, the species that infects ants cannot infect humans. At least, not according to everything scientists currently know. The last one is the tapeworm. Tapeworms are some of the longest parasites on Earth. Some species can grow more than 30 feet long inside the intestines of humans or animals. You usually become infected by eating undercooked meat containing tapeworm larvae. Once inside your digestive system, the parasite attaches itself to your intestines using tiny hooks or suction cups. Then it starts growing. Instead of hunting for food, it simply absorbs nutrients from everything you eat. Some people don't even realize they have one for years. Others experience weight loss, stomach pain, nausea, weakness, or vitamin deficiencies. Thankfully, modern medicine can usually eliminate tapeworm infections with medication. Still, the idea of sharing your dinner with a worm that's longer than a school bus is enough to make anyone think twice about cooking meat thoroughly. So, what do these three parasites have in common? They've all evolved incredible survival strategies. One manipulates behavior. One turns insects into living spore factories. One quietly steals nutrients while growing to unbelievable lengths. As disgusting as they are, parasites remind us just how creative evolution can be. Nature isn't always beautiful. Sometimes it's downright creepy. The good news is that most parasitic infections are preventable through good hygiene, properly cooked food, drinking clean water, and following basic health precautions. So the next time you hear someone say nurture or nature is amazing, remember, sometimes amazing is just another word for terrifying. Thanks for listening to the Stuff You Should Think About. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to follow the podcast and come back next time where we'll answer another question you probably never thought to ask, but definitely should.